Hey guys, this is Whalehater. We're doing Packet Tracer 4213. This is configuring Ether channel, and it's a little complicated, but basically what you do is just follow the directions, and that's all I'll be doing here today too. So first thing we're going to do is configure basic switch settings, and we can do that quickly just by going around and adding a host name, which isn't hard. I mean, we've done that in CCNA course 1, right? It's one of the first things they had us do. S1. Let's do a little copy paste here job. Enter. Come on. There's 2. Three. Alright, so we should have like 3 points. And we do! Cool. Configure all required ports as trunks, depending on the connection types between the devices. Note, if ports are configured with dynamic auto mode, and you do not set the mode of the port to trunk, the links do not form trunks and remain access ports. So right now, pretty much all of these are access ports because they are, in fact, in dynamic mode. Let's see if I can remember the command. Do show interface switch port, I think it is. Okay, so right here you can see in the administrative mode, it's in dynamic auto. And all of these are, and I'm not going to go through and show them all, but if you wanted to cycle through each one of these switches, you'd see that they're all set to auto. Alright, so to set we want to set G1, G2, F21, and F22, all of those to trunk ports. Interface range, and we're going to do G0, 1 through 2, comma, F0, 21 through 22. Enter. Switch port mode trunk. Okay, that was easy, right? So now those are all trunk ports. And they will auto-negotiate trunks with these two interfaces and these two interfaces. But sometimes funky things can happen. So we're just going to do that on all of these, okay? We're going to configure all of them as, oh my goodness, as trunks. G0, 1 through 2, comma, we're on S2, so 23 and 24. What the world? Oh, 34. 24. Huh. Enter. Those 4 are done. And we want to do, I think it's just F channel on these. So yeah, 21 through 24. Okay, so all those ports are now configured as trunks. Now we're going to configure the channels. So on S, the link between S1 and S3, those two interfaces on both switches, we're going to create an Ether channel. Okay? Now an Ether channel, basically all it does is it turns a bunch of lines, and this could be anywhere from 2 to 4 to I think up to, is it 8 lines? I think it is. You can configure as logically almost as if it were one line. You can increase bandwidth, increase fault tolerance, that kind of stuff. So we're going to do interface range F0, 21 through 22. And we're going to bind these into a channel with the channel group command. And this is going to be 1 mode. We're using P or PAGP on this link, and I think we're doing LACP on the others. So we're going to be using the desirable command. I'm going to do a question mark and show you. So active and passive are LACP. Auto and desirable are PAGP. Okay? Desirable. So it desires, it tries to auto negotiate an ether channel. And if you have extra questions about that, please, you can either email me or put a comment below. I'd like it if you put a comment below. That way more people can see that question. And some people don't always want to ask a question, but they will definitely love to read about them. Interface range F0, 21 through 22. Okay, so what we just did is I entered the channel group on both sides. Now they're excuse me, just burped. Now they're auto negotiating between themselves about that link. So you see they just went down and they came back up, and now they're negotiating. That red there, the orange status means they're talking to each other, they're trying to figure out this link. Now if we just did a fast forward, you'll see that S1 came up, S2 came up, or S3 came up. So now that channel is active. It is ready to go. There's one other thing that it wants us to do, though, and that's to show us that we can edit a ton of lines all at once. It's really cool. So now that they're bound up inside of a channel, we can treat that channel as if it were one line. And this is how you do that. You do the interface port channel one, because we're on port channel, we're on that channel one, because we created it up here, right here with the channel group. So we're on channel group one. Enter. So now we're not on that range command anymore. We're on that channel. We're editing that channel. We can use switch port mode trunk. So that channel, on at least on S1, is now a trunk channel. We'll do the same thing over here. Okay, so we edited that channel on both sides. So the channel is considered a trunk now too, not just the interfaces, which I don't know if it matters or not, since they were trunks anyway. But that's what it wanted us to do. So on this next one is just showing you a show command, or demonstrating a show command that you can. Oh, I forgot the do. Since we're in the configuration menu, we have to do the do command, or enter the do command. And right there you see it. There's our port channel. That's all of those lines. That's these two interfaces tied up inside this channel, and it's listing it here. So port channel 1. You can see the code here, the S. That means the capital S means it's operating at layer 2, so it's a switch. And yes, PAGP can run at layer 3, but more often than not, it's going to be a layer 2. Then it's got the U, which means in use. It's up. It's working. And you can see over here the protocol it's using PAGP. And then right here, it's the interfaces that are inside the port channel. And if we had more interfaces, they'd be listed here. And you can see also here that it's the P, right there. It's in the port channel. These ones are inside that channel. Okay, that's all that's showing you. What's next? All right, configure port channel 2. So we are still on 1. It says using the previous commands, configure the link between S1 and S2 on these two interfaces as LACP channel. You must use a different port channel number than on S1. Well, the topology shows you what channel to use. We'll just use 2. Because you're already using that in the previous step, to configure a port channel as LACP, use the interface configuration mode channel group, use 2, mode active. And I showed you what that was above somewhere, right up here. See, the active would make it an unconditional. It basically does the same thing as desirable, but it's for LACP instead of PAGP. Okay? Channel group 2, mode active. Active. So those are active now. They're in the PAGP. They're trying to negotiate with this S2, but S2 is like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not set up for that type of talking. I don't know what you're saying to me. So we'll have to give him the same commands. Mode active. Now, if we did the passive command, a passive just waits for someone to actively ask him to be in the group, and then he will. But in this configuration, they want us to make both sides active, which is fine. Okay, so now they went down. They're going to come back up here in a second, and oh, they're configuring. He got up. We'll press the fast forward time again, and this one should come up. There it is. Now they're in the channel. They are ready to go. All right. All right. So we're not going to do the show command next. Let's see. On S2, okay, we're going to be configuring the port channel 3 in this one down here. S2 interface range F0 23 through 24. Channel group 3 mode. Okay, we're on switch 2, and it wants us to make the channel group mode passive. Now this is LACP again, and we want to be passive. So he's not going to do anything. He's not going to try to configure or auto-negotiate a port channel unless he's asked by someone else. And in this case, it's going to be S3. So let's put an enter there. On S3 now. Excuse me, 23 through 24. Channel group 3, excuse me, mode, and we're going to make this side active because somebody needs to negotiate this link. There it goes. The channel went down. Those are all acting as one channel now. Fast forward time, and S2 came up, and S3's up. So now they're negotiating. That's cool, right? That's really cool. So they're all talking to each other. Those links are now acting as if they were one link. Increase the bandwidth. The last thing we're going to do is we are going to add S1, or make S1 the primary route bridge for VLAN 1. So this is working off some of the stuff we learned in last chapter. So spanning tree, VLAN 1, priority 2, 4, 5, 7, 6. I think that's it. Yep. All right. Here it is. Yep. We got our 100 points. This will go through and auto negotiate again, and you'll see how before this run right here, this link here was down or is being blocked by spanning tree. Now you can see, because this is the root bridge now, down here, this port is being blocked by spanning tree to create so the loops don't happen. Because each of these multiple channel group are all start over. Because of these links now becoming one channel, you have a spanning tree treating them like one link, and that's why both of those are down. Both of these links are being blocked, is because spanning tree is blocking it, so the loops don't happen. Whereas before this was the root bridge, S3, now this is the root bridge for that one VLAN 1. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to comment below. I would love getting the questions. It helps me learn to do these packet tracers better, and eventually will help me learn to do my job better, and I really appreciate it because it really gets me thinking about what's going on. I'd also love you guys to make some videos too. It'd be awesome learning experience, and It's really a lot of fun, actually. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and like and share, whatever you want to do. Just get these videos out to help your friends, help the people in your classes, and it'll help you too. But remember, don't cheat. You only cheat yourself. Talk to you guys later. Peace.